I'm JezRelle Josiah Barnes. I'm 31 years old and I'm from Goldsboro, North Carolina.
What are your thoughts with everything that's going on in the world and in this country right now?
My thoughts is that we need to ultimately keep God first. It is a very important and strategic time in history, even with the presidential election. Everything matters, your vote matters. This determines our future, our health benefits, our social security, our livelihoods, and you have to get out and vote. So right now, I just want us to be vigilant of what's going on, watch the news, help young people understand they have to vote. It's very important. Our future depends on it. And even our elderly people, it depends on it. So we need to definitely step up and do what's right.
What's one thing you'd want to change in today's society?
I would like to change the fact of everyone being so judgmental. I wish people would just let people be people. Don't worry about what someone else is doing. As long as they're not bothering you or breaking any laws, just allow people to be diverse, live their life, be unique, and just be themselves.
What does diversity mean to you?
Diversity means to me everyone just being who you want to truly be, knowing the fact that everyone is unique in their own way, no matter what your gender, sexuality, even your race is, just being you.
Can you tell me about your childhood?
My childhood was very interesting. I was a blessed child. I grew up in a two-parent household. I was the only child, so I had about everything I wanted. I was pretty spoiled, but I was also grateful, so I knew how to share with my cousins and friends. They were allowed to come over, so I had a pretty great childhood.
What is your occupation right now?
My occupation right now, I'm a private chef.
Oh, and how long have you been doing that for?
I've been a private chef for almost 4 to 5 years now.
And where are you based out of?
Based out of Norfolk, Virginia.
And what are some of your goals for the future?
Some of my goals for the future is to start a nonprofit for LGBT people, especially transgender people, and also I just want to see how I can give back to the community with my chef career, how I can feed homeless people and go around the community with a food truck and just be a blessing.
And so you have a movie coming out. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I do have a movie coming out. It's called JB, My Trans America. JB is my initials. And it just talks about my transition from a female to male. It covers my last surgery that I had recently to complete my transition. And also about trans rights and trans issues, how we deal with being pushed away from the church and family. And it also talks about all the trans murders that we have seen recently that no one is saying anything about. So it's just basically a documentary on my life, how I was shunned by my family. My biological father threw me away, and another family that he knows took me in and helped me get back on my feet.
How do you feel like what happened with your past, with your family, has shaped the way you are today?
What happened to me definitely has made me more mature and stronger, because I've had to realize that there was a lot of things I had to go through and learn on my own. So it just made me stronger as a person to bounce back and prove to all these people that I can still become something great even if they don't support me.
And you said that you have new parents that really have been really supportive of you. Can you get a little bit more into that?
Yes. So two individuals that used to belong to my father's church, my biological father's church, because he's a pastor. I know it's crazy, right? A pastor throw their child away, but they actually took me in. They no longer attend his church. One of my adopted parents passed away, so it's just Papa Jerry now that's here. But they have been a blessing to me. They helped me get a vehicle. They helped me get on my feet. They just fed me, clothed me, and showed me love with my new family and my new sisters. Everyone has just been so good to me. So I'm thankful for what they have done.
What's some advice you'd give your younger self?
I would give my younger self the advice of not worrying about what other people think and just go and live your life. Do what makes you happy. Don't spend years wondering all the ifs. Do it sooner. Tomorrow's not promised. Just be happy and do what makes you happy.
Is there anything that you didn't discuss that you would like to discuss with us?
No, I just want people to be diverse. I think diversity is definitely something that we need to talk more about in this country. There are a lot of people who are scared to live their life. They're scared just to be themselves or take risk. But I would just say, if you never take a risk, you'll never know what'll happen. So go for it.
If someone was walking past you on the street, what's something you'd want them to know about you?
That I care. That if no one else cares, I care. If you just need someone to talk to, I'll listen. Sometimes people just need you to encourage them or listen, and they'll feel a lot better. So if you're having a bad day, I care. And sometimes I realize that you may be the only type of God they see, Jesus they see. I'm not trying to get too spiritual, but you may be that light to help them get through their day. So just be kind to others. That's what I want them to know, that I'm here.
What's a fun or unique fact about yourself?
Unique fact about me is that I like to mime. I used to pantomime for like 9 years. I did it professionally, and I stopped doing it like in 2015. But it was a great run for me. I traveled in and out of state doing that, and I loved it. I missed it, and I may pick it back up. Who knows?
Would you be able to show us something?
I do have pictures, maybe some videos, but I definitely have pictures, sure.
Okay. That is amazing.
I love what I did, so I can do it all. I cook, I can dance, I can pipe fit, I can work hard. So God has gave me many talents.
What's the favorite, like your most favorite talent that you have?
Making people laugh. And just being friendly. I never meet a stranger. I can meet someone one time and we can have a conversation and they'll be laughing at some point. So.
Also, the nonprofit that you were talking about, how do you feel like this is going to be very beneficial to people in the community?
The nonprofit I want to start will be definitely beneficial to people in the community because it will be targeted for the LGBT people like myself. And it will help them with employment, with shelter, if they're ever kicked out of their homes or their parents push them away. You know, it'll be some type of outlet to give them food and their medicine, their medical care, so they can get back on their feet and they can live a healthy life. Teach them about credit, savings, things, how to pay their bills, just things that a lot of people do not know about. So it'll definitely give back and give hope. We'll cut down the rates on suicide and people harming themselves because they're struggling with issues and they can't find an answer. So I just want to start something that can help people stay positive, stay with a positive mindset and move forward with a healthy life. Emotional being is just as important as your physical being.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Oh man. 10 years from now, I see myself as a well-known advocate across the world for the LGBT community, especially for transgender rights. And I just see myself continuing to open businesses and give back to the community because that can never be enough. That would be something ongoing that needs to happen.
How old were you when you came out as transgender to your parents?
I came out as transgender almost 4 years ago, so I was around 27. I was around 27 years old, and even though I was previously, before then, I labeled myself as a lesbian because obviously I was a woman, but I was still understanding more things about my life and who I really was. So I was 27 years old when I came out as transgender to my biological father because my mom, she passed away when I was 17, so I never got to have those conversations with her.
What would you say to somebody that's watching this that is identifying as transgender but they're scared to tell their parents and they don't know what to do?
I would tell them to get a diary or a tablet, a notebook. Take your time, write down everything you may want to say, and even get someone close to you who supports you when you go see your parents or when you go try to tell them about how you really feel for emotional support. And just take your time and find the right words to say what you need to say. Whether they agree with it, whether they reject you or not, you'll have peace of mind knowing that you got it off your chest. It's up to them to still love you, to be a part of your life, but you got to continue to live your life. You can't let no one stop your life. So once you get that out, you should have more peace and just move forward with your life. But get some emotional support and write all those thoughts down.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with your transition or anything that you might want people to know?
I would just say that I'm 4 years on testosterone. I've had every surgery that I wanted to have in my transition. I have all my legal documents changed, my name changed, my social security card changed, my license changed. It's important to follow all the proper protocol and get those documents changed. Just be yourself. I'm grateful for every surgery I've had. I'm grateful that I've survived. I'm grateful for support. And I would tell you, get a great support team around you to help make your life easier. And if you don't have a support team, then reach out to me. Instagram at Chef J Barnes. You can find me and we'll figure out something and get through it together.